Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York for this contest between the visiting Cortland Purple Tigers and your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, the intellectual savior of the masses. The Cortland Purple Tigers have lost all 4 games they've played this season. They've had a truncated schedule due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That being said, 3 of those 4 games came up against either Class A teams or East Syracuse Manila, who is undefeated. So this may be the first opportunity for the Tigers to show their claws. But before we go into the starting lineups, we have a quick public service announcement for you. The best precaution you can take against COVID-19 is to stay home whenever possible. We encourage you to keep yourself and our student athletes safe by watching this broadcast remotely. Please, let us bring the game to you instead. We start with the starting lineups for the visiting Cortland Purple Tigers. Kirsten Merritt, Mallory Turner, Lily Call, Valerosa Gambita, Maya Quick, Ella Quick, Alex Gear, Soleil Gutchess, Madeline Constantino, and Kaylee Chase. And in the goal for the Tigers is Lauren Mott, who has 49 saves on the season. That's a 71% save rate. She may get tested today. And for your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams, number 2, Megan Baker, Lily Linder, Nina Dermody, Maeve Murphy, Avery Young, Lindsay Hildreth, Sydney Balladin, Alice O'Connor, Nora Prosak, and Rory Leach. And let's take a look at who's in the goal for the Red Rams tonight. Meanwhile, aggressive attack, number 8. What a stop by Parker. Lauren Parker has 70 saves on the season so far, 3 clean sheets to her name, an 87.5% save rate. We'll see if she pushes those numbers up at any point tonight. But there's only one way to find out, and that's coming up in just a few minutes. Thank you so very much for joining us for this broadcast. We'll be right back right after this.
Patrick McKenna, he's the guy taking pictures down there? Yeah. He said, come see him at halftime. His brother or cousin works at ESPN. He said, come see him. We'll try to get him an email and we'll connect you with some people.
I will absolutely have to. Thank you so much.
Hey, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York. My name is Sam Gelfand, and I would like to be the first to welcome you to this match between the visiting Cortland Purple Tigers and your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. We kindly request that all spectators observe socially distanced seating and keep their masks on, covering both their mouth and their nose at all times. These measures may be inconvenient or uncomfortable, but they must be observed to preserve our season. With this in mind, today's match will be broadcast live on YouTube, free of charge, for those unable to attend. We will continue to live stream JD Soccer throughout the season, and we encourage you to watch our contest remotely, if possible. The smaller the in-person attendance, the greater chance we have of keeping our student athletes safe. Finally, Section 3 Athletics would like to take this moment to remind both teams that the key to good sportsmanship is not to root for any one team to lose, but instead to root for any one team to win. Now let's go straight into the starting lineups, starting with the visiting team. The Cortland Purple Tigers, coached by Alona Ryan, assisted by Ryan Billato. Number 2, Kirsten Merritt. Number 3, Mallory Turner. Number 4, Lily, call.
No game tonight for the boys?
They're in Cortland, and then I just went to
Number 5, Val, Gambetta.
yeah, did Laney and Brooke tonight.
Okay,
JV1.
Number 14, Maya, quick.
That's cool.
Number 15, Ella, quick. Number 17, Alex, gear. Number 18, Salil, gotchas. Number 22, Madeline Constantino. Number 23, Kelly Chase. And in the goal tonight for the Cortland Purple Tigers is number 90, Lauren Mott. Ladies and gentlemen, the visiting Cortland Purple Tigers. And now for your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams, coached by Hillary Neese, assisted by Rebecca Peter. Number 2, Megan Baker. Number 8, Lily Linter. Number 10, Nina Dermody. Number 11, Maeve Murphy. Number 12, Avery Young. Number 13, Lindsay Hildred. Number 14, Sydney Bellity. Number 15, Alice O'Connor. Number 17, Nora Perusak. Number 18, Rory Leach. And in the goal tonight for the Red Rams is number 44, Lauren Parker. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise and face the flag located next to the scoreboard for the playing of tonight's national anthem. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York. Sam Gelfand here bringing you this contest between the visiting Cortland Purple Tigers and the Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. Before this match gets underway, though, let's take a quick look at tonight's players on a rampage. Of note for the Red Rams, number 7, Brook Bort, the freshman forward, has had an expanded role as of late, and if she explodes, then the Red Rams will too. She had her first career goal on the 29th, and then her second just a little bit later in the game. She's also a multi-sport athlete playing lacrosse for Jamesville-DeWitt and skis and snowboards in her free time. Meanwhile, Soleil Gutches of the Cortland Purple Tigers, the junior midfielder, sometimes forward, leads the team in both goals and assists. Last year, with a much more stacked senior team, she was still third on the team in offense. She put up 6 goals and 4 assists. She also runs winter track, and she has speed to spare. So we should be all ready to get underway in just a moment. Teams are meeting right now. The Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams 4-3-1 on their record. The Cortland Purple Tigers 0-4. Of course, it has to be mentioned that the Purple Tigers have missed about 6 games this season simply due to the pandemic and having to quarantine and, all sorts of safety measures. We're a big fan of those safety measures here. And we're a big fan of women's soccer as we're about to get underway here in DeWitt. Thank you so very much for joining us here live on YouTube. And we are underway. The Cortland Purple Tigers will get first touch. The Tigers with a lot to prove, but then again, they have not played. They've had a very tough schedule of the games that they have played so far this season. One of those games coming up against a Class AA team, that being West Genesee. The other 2 games against East Syracuse Manoa. Shot on goal right away from Megan Baker. And it's Lauren Mott with a stop. You're going to see a lot from Lauren Mott. Her season high is 18 saves. That came, last game against East Syracuse Manoa. So we're already going to a corner kick, and we're less than a minute into the match. Here it comes. Cross attempt to Baker. And instead, Lily Linder kicks a field goal. Yeah, no, she's got chops. So first opportunity for the Red Rams goes arise. We'll take one more look at it. That's Lily Linder there, who watched the ball fall and instead she split the uprights. Throw in for the Red Rams. The Red Rams have had a little bit of a rough go of it as of late. Got off to a winning streak, then found themselves tying Liverpool and losing to ESM. Here's an opportunity for Maeve Murphy in the corner, and it's battled away from her. The last contest coming just 2 days ago at East Syracuse Manoa. The Red Rams dropped that game 2-0. However, the boys won 1-0, and that was a heck of a fight, because really that's the best way to describe that game. Corner kick is coming up. Avery Young now. Made a little bit of backwards progress, swung it around to Murphy. Clear attempt by the Purple Tigers. And Young will throw it in. Young, I will venture to say, perhaps one of the best defensive players in this league. She has been an absolute brick wall on defense. And there's finally the clearance. It's Young playing on that inside touchline. Murphy with a pass. Hildreth has it poked away.
You can always turn to math to figure out how this game may go, and out of JD's 8 games this season, 6 of them have ended with a clean sheet. 3 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. Someone didn't score. So there is a statistically likely chance that one of these teams will not score in this contest. Or perhaps both, as we learned on Halloween against Liverpool. Here's an opportunity for Megan Baker. Baker! Just wide left. The width of a hair away from a goal. Megan Baker towards the top of the screen, on the run. Fairly accurate, just not barely accurate enough. It's the kind of thing you really hate to see, both as a player and as a coach, and honestly, even as a spectator. But soccer, like all sports, a game of inches. Though perhaps due to its international popularity, maybe more of a game of centimeters. Errant pass to Mallory Turner may prevent Cortland's first attempt at getting some offense in today. We're about 5 minutes into the match.
How we doing with alumni out there in our chat? Should be a Balaton on, maybe even a Baker.
No messages from an alumni in chat, I believe yet. A Kieran O'Connor says, "Go JD."
How we doing with alumni out there?
Of course, that's the beauty of having a chat section, is we love to hear from you.
Should be a Balaton on, maybe even a Baker.
Murphy tries to poke it out.
There should also be a Parker. Brothers and sisters out there.
Well, if people aren't saying hi yet, then we can start naming and shaming. But it's early in the game. We'll give them time.
There should also be a Parker. Some brothers and sisters out there.
Baker with the throw-in. And it goes out immediately. Nora Prosak couldn't do much with it.
Oh, yeah, that could be a Prozac, too.
Young now, pushing it forward. Rory Leach down the touchline, rolls to the left.
Oh, yeah, there could be a story on all the brothers and sisters.
And that's the intensity of Megan Baker, shining through as she's battling in the corner currently. Rolling towards the goal and scooped up by Lauren Mott. Lauren Mott with 2 saves on the night already. Throw in by Murphy. Prosak battling clearance. Kaylee Chase tries to take it away. We go back towards the corner. They really love to push it where our camera can't get. Cortland trying to go up the middle. And they get to about the 30-yard line. Kirsten Merritt surrounded, and she really had no chance there. Now it's a throw-in for Cortland. And it'll be another. One thing we're going to have to watch in this game is going to be stamina. The Cortland Purple Tigers only have 15 players on their roster. That only leaves 4 people on the bench. And now Megan Baker tries to get off to the races. Instead scooped up by Mott. When you only have 4 players on your bench, stamina management becomes a serious issue. Especially if the Red Rams are going to play a more intense game as we know they're capable of, as Leach pokes it forward. Scooped up by Mott. The Red Rams, of course, with 21 players on their roster, so if you're Coach Haley Neese, you're probably thinking to yourself, let's tire them out. Let's keep up the intensity. Let's run up and down this pitch, and after a while, they're not going to be able to keep up. Whoever gets to it first has a good chance at scoring. A good attempt, but that's all it will be. The goalie kick will be taken by I was going to say a position player, but that's not really how it works in soccer, is it? Hildreth pokes forward to Leach. Leach has it taken away. Now Sidball taking it up herself. Pokes it forward. And the most important part of that is that it looks like Megan Baker's okay. Almost tracked it down, took a nasty spill, but she gets up, she's fine. Poked ahead by Constantino. Tracked down. And over the touchline. Throw in from Chase. Leach now. Playing it close on the sideline. Maya Quick. Poked away, and Lauren Parker with a stop. Poked ahead by Baker. It's Nora Prosak trying to fight her way out. 3 people there. Now, unlike the game against Liverpool, the wind is not very apparent tonight. Not blowing very strong. That flag out next to the scoreboard is at a standstill, so it likely will not be a factor, at least as much of a factor in this contest. There it is. It's pretty still. You can also see there's less than 28 minutes left. So we'll have a couple of substitutions. Brook Bort is coming on. Bort with a brace on her knee. Not sure how she got that, but we'll see if it comes into play. Young has it taken away. Down to the opposite touchline. Ella Quick trying to use her speed. Now it's Kutchis. And stopped. If that was a shot on goal, it was nothing more than a fantasy. Great hustle by Sydney Ballatin to keep it from going out of play, but it does on the other line. I mean, it was great to stop where she got it, but then the same result happened. It was just delayed a little bit. What can you do? Sort of like trying to unclog your disposal in your kitchen, so you like stick a fork down there, but then the fork gets mangled. Now back at midfield. Poked away, that'll go out. The Purple Tigers average giving up 5 goals per game, as there's 26 minutes remaining on the clock. So if the Purple Tigers can hold the Red Rams to less than 5 goals this game, it is some sort of victory. But so far, they've held them to none. Poked away by Ballatin. Header from Baker. Tracked down on the touchline, and it goes out. The Red Rams have been playing close to the touchline, which becomes a bit of an issue when you're trying to keep it in play. It's a risky strategy. It often pays off, though. Now it's Halil Gutchis taken away. And now it's taken away by Alexandra Gear. Baker poked forward. And that offensive opportunity will be thwarted by Maya Quick. Lindsay Hildreth taking some shots to her leg, but she came up fine. It'll be a free kick from the looks of things. Allie Ballatin says, let's go, JD.
Here we go. All right.
Mr. Goodson's quest for alumni viewers continues. Free kick coming in. Off the side of the net.
Ellie's the one you want to do the interview on. Here we go. All right. Comes home for Thanksgiving.
We take one more look at that free kick. Attempted to go for the goal. Unfortunately, only got the side of the goal. Be careful what you wish for.
Ellie's the one you want to do the interview on. Comes home for Thanksgiving.
Young sends it forward. Fancy footwork. And it's a white ball, the referee says. Young with the throw-in. Opportunity for Brook Bort. Bort tries to thread the needle. Cross attempt to Baker. It's off to the left. Goalie kick comes in and goes out. So the Red Rams will get the ball. 23 minutes left. You almost have to wonder if the Red Rams are so focused on playing defense that it starts to affect their offense. You can almost see a lack of movement out on the pitch, anticipating the ball's going to come their way, taking almost a defensive posture, even though they are technically in possession of the ball. As Young now tries to take it forward herself. Brook Bort. Back towards the corner. Cross attempt. And it is stopped by the Purple Tigers. They get a paw on it. O'Connor to Leach. And it's ruled offside. It's offside by about a yard. So a free kick coming in for the Purple Tigers. Purple Tigers do not exist, but they make for a good mascot. Then again, I don't think Red Rams do either. I've seen red cows, at least like more orange gingerish cows, but you know, cows are not rams. Cross in attempt to Bort. Off the foot and let go out. Kaylee Chase made sure to end that. And it looks like we're going to go to the 2-minute mask break now.
Can you do the announcement on the mask break? That it's social distance. It's not a coach's timeout. Remind the spectators to socially distance, and even the kids on the bench.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now go into the 2-minute mask break.
And while the mask break is going on, let's take a quick look at how both of these teams are doing this season. Of course, it's a little hard to compare as the Purple Tigers have only played 4 games this season compared to the 8 of the Red Rams. But what you can compare is goals against per game. The Red Rams surrender 2 per game, the Purple Tigers 5 per game. If you look at saves, the Red Rams also making less, 9 saves per game versus the 12.3 coming from Lauren Mott. But here's the real kicker, is the goal difference. The Red Rams with a +4 goal difference, the Purple Tigers -18. That stings, especially when Soleil Gutchess, your top scorer, only has 1 goal and 1 assist to her name. Last year in 2019, these teams faced off against each other twice. The Red Rams won both matches 5-0. In those 2 matches, Megan Baker had 3 goals and 2 assists, Lily Linder had 1 goal, and Sydney Ballatin had 1 assist as well. So the Red Rams are proven to be able to defeat the Purple Tigers. They still have the same talent they used to do it last time. As the mask break expires, we're just about ready to get back underway. We start with a corner kick. It looks like it'll be Rory Leach. Back to kick. Cross coming in, header by Baker, over the net. Just too high. A little too much anticipation. She got excited. So we take one more look at the cross and the header from Baker. A little too high, not enough forward. As the Red Rams will get possession back, Brook Bort battling now. That was Lily Call she was contending with. No one's getting to that before it goes over the touchline. The Red Rams have had opportunities. They haven't been able to capitalize on them, but that's the name of the game. Lauren Mott with another goalie kick. Taken away by Gutchess. Red Rams let it roll across. Brooke Holbert now. 5'10", she really towers over everyone else on the pitch. Very useful when it comes to taking headers and such. Just about every sport, there is an advantage to being of a certain height. Except in horse racing, it's an advantage if you're below a certain height. Now Kaylee McKenna has it taken away from her. McKenna was a prize star in the goal a couple of games ago, filling in for Parker. Now there's no one there for Brook Bort. She has the stamina, she can do it, and there it is! Brook Bort with her third goal of the season. It is 1-0. The Red Rams go up courtesy of the freshman forward, Brook Bort. Here it is again. She found a hole, thread the needle. Mott could not stop it. And Brook Bort take a bow. Tonight's player on a rampage, showing why she was given the honor. 18:45 on the clock. Usually in sports, the first team to score tends to be the first one to win. Well, the only one to win. Can't be a first and a second winner. So the Red Rams score first. Chances are they may take this one. But there's a lot of game left. You never know. As the Purple Tigers attempted to go on an offensive tear there. And the defense of JD once again preventing it. That's Catherine Durkin there, who seems to be the next sub who will come in. Throw in from the Red Rams. Brook Bort truly has a lot of potential. In the past few games, she's been seeing more action than she has during the rest of the season, and she's been living up to it. 3 goals already. And if she continues to mature at this rate, then by the time she's a junior or a senior, she could be all Central New York, if not all state, like Megan Baker was. The Red Rams, of course, with an incredible pedigree when it comes to girls soccer. An ongoing streak, and it will continue to ongo this year, because if there's no playoffs, then the streak can't be broken, of 11 straight Section 3 titles, as Kaylee McKenna will tie her shoe. Mott with another stop. McKenna to Linder. Baker with a bad touch, and she realizes she doesn't have a chance of getting to it. Sometimes in soccer you have to be pragmatic, especially when it comes to the stamina management, which we've been talking about so far today. Sometimes if you don't have a chance to get into it, don't try, because you're going to need that energy later. But here's Lindsay Hildreth, who has a chance. Brook Bort could again! Big stop by Lauren Mott. That's her 4th save of the night already. Hildreth and Bort almost had something going. Now it's Bort once again. Taken away from Hulbert by Call. Substitution now, as Bort will get a much-deserved respite. Certainly earned it. Wishful thinking trying to get that to Baker. Baker falls down. And there's a clearance by the Purple Tigers. Now Lily Linder pushes forward towards the corner. McKenna. Now Baker. Hoped she could get some hook on it. Was not on the card. And Durkin has it taken away. But it goes out. Throw in coming from McKenna. And out again. This time ruled a white ball. Throw in from Chase. Aldrich accidentally sends it to McKenna. McKenna battling. Poke to Durkin. Durkin to Hildreth is going to go backwards. Chipped out to Holbert. Holbert beats her man. Now it's Hildreth. Hildreth getting precariously close to the goal to the touchline, and don't even know if you can call that a shot. Give the Purple Tigers credit where it's due. They are able to swarm on defense and prevent shots from getting off. McKenna with a stop. Sent forward to Holbert. The Red Rams enjoy playing down that outside touchline. And it's called offside. A reminder, of course, it is considered offside, not offsides. Common mistake. It's offsides in football. In soccer, it is offside. Taken away by the Red Rams. Hildreth sends it forward. And Mott will put the kibosh on it. Goalie kick from Lauren Mott, the only goalie listed for the Purple Tigers. If something were to happen to her, they might be out of luck. Durkin accidentally sends one off of Chase. White ball. 11:45 left in the first half. Hubbard will let it roll out. The Red Rams are not much one for explosive speed. That's not really their play style. They're not going strong on the counter. Instead, they prefer to wait and pick their spots. They want to see opportunities and they want to poke holes. Montalvo doing the heavy duty on that drive, and Parker will let it roll out. Parker's only had one stop tonight, and she's probably thankful for it, considering that all the work she's been doing as of late. 15 saves just on Tuesday. That's a lot of cardio. Shot comes in, saved by Parker. Lauren Parker with her second of the night. She really has been a dominant force in front of the net for the Red Rams. 72 saves now on the season by my count. Only 10 goals allowed. Now can Baker do something with this? Fancy footwork, she trips. The playing surface out there seems to be a little bit damp, and it's affecting ball handling. And we may have a player injured. Clock's going to stop. And I just want to point out that is a fantastic display of sportsmanship by Megan Baker. She was the one tussling. Megan Baker, as soon as she notices the injury, goes to check in to make sure that the player that she was fighting with was okay. As the trainer is currently out on the field. The clock is stopped with 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Seems to be an issue with her leg. She was helped down slowly by her teammates. So she may be able to technically stand, but perhaps not put weight on it. JD's trainer, Dave Schultz, is out there right now. She's able to get up on her under her own power. Let's see who that is. That is number 14, Maya Quick, the junior defender. Luckily for all involved, it seems that Quick is all right. I know Baker will get to take a free kick. A very dangerous scenario for the Purple Tigers. And of course, when if you're Cortland, seeing one of your players go off like that, it kind of sucks some morale out of you. It'll make it harder to respond to this. What a stop by Lauren Mott. Megan Baker with a great shot, but a better stop by Lauren Mott. Before the free kick comes in, take a look at this. What a save. Credit where credit is due as number 18, Rory Leach, will come onto the pitch. As will Maeve Murphy. And that's Leach out to go take the corner. 8:35 on the clock. Here's the corner. And there's the goal! Red Rams take the 2-0 lead. Who was it? That looks like it's, guess who, Megan Baker. Megan Baker with the header goal. The first one missed earlier in the day. But take a look here. Off the cross from the corner. Credit the assist to Rory Leach. And that is a great goal. The Red Rams go up 2-0.
Megan Baker with the header goal. The first one missed earlier in the day. But take a look here. Off the cross from the corner. Credit the assist to Rory Leach. That's a big ball.
And now the energy has reappeared in the JD Stadium. Which, by the way, doesn't have a name. It's just JD Stadium. What do you think the chances are of getting it named after me?
Very slim.
Slim to none, and Slim's taking a vacation?
Yeah.
Well, a man can dream. But the Red Rams are on cloud 9 right now, leading 2-0 over the Purple Tigers with 7:45 left in the first half. It was not off the penalty kick, but instead off of the corner kick that followed. We'll take one more look at the goal just because we can. Brilliant header by Megan Baker. More substitutions, this time for the Red Rams, as McKenna waits to take the throw in. That's Brook Bort coming back out on the pitch. Merritt fought away. And now Lily Call sends it forward. That's Ella Quick, sibling of Maya Quick, who is the injured player from earlier. Ella sends it back. And Baker takes it away. The Purple Tigers may stay on the attack, but it rolls over the touchline. It's a Red Ram ball. This game has really gotten exciting over the past 15 minutes or so. So Red Rams start scoring, and Parker comes well out of the goal for a great stop. It's number 3 tonight. And now Baker gets to it first. She can use that explosive speed. She's on the inner touch line. She can curve out. She's double teamed, though. They're giving her extra special attention, and for good reason. She already has a goal tonight. So let's look at the stop from Parker just moments ago. Usually when you see a goalie go Superman, it's to the left or the right. It's not forward. But Parker's willing to take a risk, and, well, starting her in the goal over the senior Emilia Zumble was a risk that has paid off for the Red Rams this season. Parker, a junior. The corner kick in does not result in anything, except for another opportunity that the Red Rams will have to make. And Mott will stop it. Probably for the best. I'd count that as a save. It had a chance of going in. Of course, I am a very generous scorekeeper. Now Baker might find the light at the end of the tunnel here. Here's the shot. 3-0. Megan Baker with her second of the night. Here it is again. Attempted defense, as you see, but it goes off of her foot. It soars over the head of Lauren Mott. That's not an own goal technically. That goes to Megan Baker. Regardless of whether or not it had gone off the defender's foot, that would have made progress towards the goal. So from a scoring standpoint, that is not an own goal. But the Red Rams, frankly, don't care. They're up 3-0 now. And they've still got 4.5 minutes left in the first half. It took a little bit for the Red Rams to get rolling. But since they have not been able to be stopped. 2 goals for Megan Baker, 1 for Brook Bort. And everything is coming up Red Rams right now.
2 goals for Megan Baker, 1 for Brook Bort.
Scrambled to the corner.
And everything is coming up Red Rams right now.
And poked away by the Tigers.
Scrambled to the corner. And poked away by the Tigers.
Throw in for the Purple Tigers and sent right back out. 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
Throw in for the Purple Tigers and sent right back out. 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
The Red Rams can afford to kill some time if they want to, but it looks like they want to stay on the attack if they can help it. Here comes Linder. Linder towards the corner, double teamed. Physically pushed out of the way by Salil Gutchis. And Gutchis comes up limping, but she's trying to walk it off. Labored steps, but it looks like she's all right. Another corner kick coming in. We're hitting the 2-minute warning if there was one. Here's the corner. Baker gets it. Can she make magic? Has to send it away. Another cross defended by the Purple Tigers. Now Alice O'Connor back to McKenna. McKenna forward. Clearance attempt a little half-baked. Now here's Ballatin. Forward to Hildreth. Hildreth gets past her opposite number. Towards the corner, 1 minute remaining. Salil Gutchis coming in clutch. Brook Bort would have had a great chance at a shot on goal. Quick substitution for the Red Rams. That's Catherine Durkin coming in. You can tell it's Durkin because she likes to wear the most peripherals. Mott comes way out of the goal. 30 seconds remain in the first half. Pushing forward, here's a shot, and a save by Parker. 8 seconds left. 3-2, Parker will hold on to it. And the first half comes to a close. The Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams currently up over in DeWitt. Thank you so very much for joining us. Sam Gelfand here, bringing you this contest live on YouTube. We will be right back in 10 minutes with the start of the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High Schools. The second half begins in this contest between the Cortland Purple Tigers and your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. The Red Rams just started with the ball and lost the ball within the span of 10 seconds. If you're just joining us, first of all, where were you for the first half? But second of all, the Red Rams really came on fire in the last 10-15 minutes of the first half, scoring 3 goals, 2 of them from Megan Baker, 1 of them from Brook Bort, who's really carving a niche for herself. An attempted third from Baker, nothing doing. And now Baker's injured. Trainers are coming out, and this is the last person the Red Rams wanted to see go down. You can see the look of concern on Megan Baker's teammates' faces. They want to make sure she's all right, as trainer Dave Schultz is currently out there. We're going to have to take one look and see what it may have been. It looks like that could have been a knee or an ankle injury. There was contact and don't want to even linger on it too long. The pathos comes through the screen. And Megan Baker, last year's second in goals scored in New York State Class A, is currently being attended to by the trainers. Less than a minute into the second half of this game, things were looking up for the Red Rams. And it looks like Baker is standing up to a round of applause. She's being helped off the field. But if you look, she is being able to put both feet onto the ground. So we know for sure nothing's broken. They're going to take a look at her on the sideline, but we've still got a game to play, and hopefully Megan Baker will be back into this game before the end. Most of the time, you see an injury like that, they usually do come back in, especially if she's able to walk off the pitch under her own power. So now we're back underway. And now, if you're the Red Rams and head coach Haley Neese, while you are certainly concerned about your star, and there is no doubt in anyone's mind that Megan Baker is a star, now you got to start thinking strategy. And without your top goal scorer on the pitch, you have to be thinking, what do we do now? Luckily, the Red Rams do have a comfortable 3-0 lead. And it may not be the worst choice in the world to attempt to hang back for a little bit and play some defense. The Red Rams should be more concerned with maintaining their lead than trying to add to it. As Brook Bort now battling in the corner. And it's sent off the foot of Salil Gutchis. Good defense there from Ella Quick. And now a breakaway from the Purple Tigers. It's Ella Quick. Quick is going to slow it down, and here she comes. 2-3 players on her. Now tries to find some real estate in the corner. An excellent defense from Sydney Ballatin. That's how you make a stop. But now corner kick coming in for the Purple Tigers. And that's a big sigh of relief for the Red Rams. Brook Bort trying to send it forward. Goes off the calf of Val Gambetta. Maeve Murphy. Murphy goes forward, cannot get it to Prosac. Nina Dermody. And now it's Bort. It's been collected by Lauren Mott now, who sends out the goalie kick. Less than 36 minutes remain in the second half. Or if you're a glass half full kind of thinker, the match. You can see on the left side of your screen there, it looks like Megan Baker is still on the trainer's cart. Hopefully just a precautionary step. But of course, at this point, not only in the game, but in the season, the questionable status of Megan Baker certainly becomes a focal point. As Kirsten Merritt tries to get it past midfield. Poked away from Prosac. Now Ella Quick sends it to Gutchis. Gutchis gets it past her man. But it is tracked down by Dermody. Goes out off the touch by Murphy, though. Purple Tiger ball. It will be thrown in by Brianna Aldrich. 34 on the clock. You know, technically, we could have a clock on the scoreboard here. Or on the score bug here on the broadcast, but do we really want to give me yet another responsibility? I want to get an intern. Throw in coming for the Tigers. It may also be important to factor in, as the Tigers' attack is thwarted. Rough trip, and we may have another player down. It's Brook Bort. No, she's trying to get up. She's able to get up under her own power. Crisis averted. But you may have to factor in the last time these two teams played. After all, the Red Rams played just 2 days ago against East Syracuse Manila on the 4th. The last match for the Cortland Purple Tigers came on October 29th, also against East Syracuse Manila. They lost that game 5-0. Free kick coming in. It's Alice O'Connor with a soft touch. Someone lost a oh, I thought it was a shoe. It's a hairband. It's better than losing a shoe. At least you don't have to stop play for it from now on. And it's all right to keep holding it as you run it because you can't use your hands anyway. Now in the corner, it's Bort. It's poked away, and now Gutches finally has a chance to get her headband back on. Kirsten Merritt tries to get it to the opposite touchline. That's quick. And it's quickly a Red Ram ball. Thrown into Murphy. Has to keep it away from Quick. Murphy got tripped, but she got it off in time. Murphy is able to shake it off. Lauren Mott has about 5 saves on the night. Her season high came last game at 18 against DSM. Their unrelenting attack. Of course, we'll get to see it firsthand just a little bit later in the season. The last game of the season, actually. Corner kick comes in. It's not strong enough to be across. That's Durkin who pokes it out, and Mott with the stop. That's her 6th of the night. 6th of the night. Bort once again fighting in the corner. Got knocked off balance on the kick. Wasn't able to generate the power she would have liked to. So now Merritt will attempt to take it down the far line. Merritt running for her life. Get past O'Connor, but she does not get past Sydney Ballatin. 28:50 on the clock. You know, we've been talking about all the games that Cortland has missed due to circumstances surrounding the pandemic. The Red Rams have not been immune to it either. 3 games have had to be postponed and or canceled so far on their schedule this year. But I think the Red Rams would prefer that compared to all those dates that Cortland has had to miss. So despite the fact that the season is almost over, Cortland has only played 4 games. This is their 5th. At midfield, Bort might be able to outrun that one. Forced over to the opposite line. And due to that mishap, the breakaway is not going to be generated like they'd like. And there's a little bit of a ball handling mishap from Rory Leach. It's okay if mistakes are made. You've got 80 minutes out there to try to make up for it. Mistakes are going to happen within that span. When you think about it, it's a lot easier for the Purple Tigers to socially distance on the bench than it is for the Red Rams, as they have only 4 players on the bench, the Tigers do. And of course, we're taking plenty of safety precautions all season to attempt to bring you these games as frequently and safely as possible. Masks and social distancing are mandatory for all players and spectators. There are no hugs, high fives, or handshakes after the game, before the game, or in the event of a goal. The benches have been extended, and the referees have to stay at least 10 feet away from the action at all times if they can help it. Attendance in the stands has been limited to 50% capacity with the 2-pass system. High-risk sports such as football and wrestling have been playoffs to minimize the travel between areas and teams. Across midfield now. Red Rams take it away. That's Carrie Dunn off her foot. Avery Young pokes it to Durkin. Durkin down the touchline. That's Janice McPeak now. I haven't seen a lot from her this season. Coach Haley Nace seems to have elected to allow some of the players deeper on the bench to get some very valuable experience. After all, 3-0 lead, you can afford it. Gets past Ballatin, saved by Parker. Parker really is a human highlight reel. That's her 5th of the night. Gutchess will poke it away. Despite being the leading goal scorer for the Cortland Purple Tigers, she has spent most of the game on defense. Just a symptom of that rabid Red Rams attack. And once again, if Avery Young doesn't win all CNY for her victories on defense, then I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to Syracuse.com. Because she absolutely deserves it. Bort trying to track it down. She does so, and she keeps it in bounds. That shot on goal was just a wish. But you can still give Mott the save if you're feeling generous like me. That's 7 for her. Towards the corner, rolls over the touchline. 23:05 on the clock. 2 substitutions coming in for the Red Rams. And you know, not only is this something that the Red Rams can afford to do because of the score, but it's also a luxury the Red Rams are afforded just simply due to their bench that the Purple Tigers do not have with only 15 members on their roster. Last year they lost 12 seniors and 2 other players, and 8 of those roster spots just simply went unfilled. Kerry Dunn attempted the pass, but the referee was not a fan. Free kick coming. The Red Rams have been on a tear prior to this match. In the past 5 games, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie, 13 goals scored by 5 different players, 2 goals allowed, and 24 saves. Rory Leach sends it forward. Kerry Dunn is cornered, but the Red Rams may get another chance. Physical play. It's taken away by Ella Quick. How quick is she? Ella Quick. Now Ballatin takes it quite a distance herself if someone can break free, but no one can. Kerry Dunn still looking for her first goal or assist of the season. Less than 21 minutes on the clock. The 2-minute mask break should be coming up shortly, during which I'll get to tell you about some of the other exciting contests coming up here live on YouTube. Sent forward by Call. Merritt can't get to it. It's sent out with 20.5 minutes on the clock. Three substitutions come in, 2 Cortland and 1 JD. And it seems they will elect to take the 2-minute mask break now, but before we get into that, we hope that you'll be joining us next Tuesday as the Skaneateles Lakers will come in to take on the Red Rams in a boys soccer contest. That will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Lakers, one of the best teams in Class B, should be a good matchup. And then, of course, coming after that, the Central Square Red Hawks will take on the girls on Friday the 13th. We'll see who will be the lucky team then. That'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern, and of course the season will wrap up on Saturday against East Syracuse Manoa. So we go into the mask break now. Of course, the first stoppage after the 20-minute mark of each half, or at least around there. At 20:23 the clock currently is, and that's technically good enough. Even though the Cortland Purple Tigers are a short-staffed team right now, they are a very young team, and there's a lot of potential coming forward for them. As you look at the comparison of the youth of each team, the Purple Tigers are made up of 4 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 3 seniors. The Red Rams overwhelmingly juniors, so you can only imagine next year, when hopefully we'll have playoffs and whatnot again, just how dominant this force is going to be with that extra year of preparation and practice and experience. And of course, Megan Baker, just a sophomore. Plenty of time for her. The Red Rams still up 3-0. Nothing has changed since the beginning of the mask break. Nothing could change. So, you know, while we got a little bit of time, we want to say congratulations and thank you, because November 6th is National Sports Team Manager Day. Haley Neese, the skipper of the Red Rams girls soccer team, and she continues to do an excellent job. She has a .717 win percentage all time. Can't do a much better job than that, but even if you're not a sports team manager, it is National Nachos Day.
Gotta love your nachos, man.
Well, you shook your head when you said gotta love your nachos. Do you love nachos, Mr. Goodson?
My nachos.
Mr. Goodson loves his nachos. You heard it here first. You want to get your way on the varsity? You know what to do. And also today in history, in 1995, Art Modell announced that the Cleveland Browns would move to Baltimore and become the Baltimore Ravens. However, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle for the first time in history. There was a strange agreement where someone else bought the Browns, stayed in Baltimore, but then Modell was allowed to take ownership of the Ravens and start in the following season. So it was like an ownership swap almost. Really weird arrangement, first of its kind, but it's set a precedent ever since when it comes to team relocations. And now we are back underway in the second half of this game. Header coming in, saved by Parker. That's Parker's 6th stop. Stop number 6. Let's just stop at the tongue twisters right there. Let's phrase that a little bit better. 20-minute mark has passed, and we're in the final quarter. Throw in coming from Aldrich. And Aldrich will get the throw in again. For what it's worth, the Purple Tigers have shut out the Red Rams in the second half so far. Then again, they had also shut out the Red Rams prior to the first mask break. So perhaps the Red Rams are just a team that works best late in the quarter. We know from statistics and experience that the boys' team works best in the first 15 minutes of each half. And of course, the bench being given experience out there right now. Big push to the back of Linder, but the referee allows it to continue. No sense in calling too much with the game currently as it is, score-wise. A quarter kick will be on the way as we have a goalie change. Lauren Parker comes off and Emilia Zumble will come on. To a rousing ovation, Lauren Parker earned her keep as goalkeeper tonight with 6 saves. Zumble has 4 saves and 2 goals allowed on the season. But the Red Rams will do their best to keep it on the opposite side of the pitch anyway. The thing about a goalie is you hope to never have to use them. As McKenna has to watch that roll out. Quick throw in and it goes back out, and that should be a white ball. They give it to JD. I stand corrected. As always, we are very appreciative of your patronage here live on YouTube. Sam Gelfand here for JD Athletics.
Anybody ever check back in?
No, no one else has checked back in, Mr. Goodson. Let us know how you're doing out there. We got a comment section. We check it.
Anybody ever check back in?
No one else has checked back in, Mr. Goodson.
Footing towards the corner, looks like Zumble might get some action after all. In Zumble's last outing, she had a save and got credited at least partially for the clean sheet. Zumble wearing number 33 in the goal. 33, it's a good number. Good goalie number. Lauren Mott, on the other hand, is wearing number 90 as that one goes out. Now, I don't know if you know this, Mr. Goodson, but earlier last month, the website Business First ranked Jamesville-DeWitt High School as the number 11 academic school district in upstate New York. I don't know who's in the top. I just paid attention to who's on number 11. That's JD. Sure, you could look it up. I don't know how reputable a website called Business First is, but you know what? They mentioned us, so it's worth a mention. Of course, perhaps worth mentioning even more is the fact that the New York Sports Writers Association named JD the number 2 girls athletics program in the entire New York State. That is something to talk about. Number 1 is FM. But frankly, is anyone surprised? But it really just speaks to the quality of girls athletics here in upstate New York. And the incredible program that JD has been able to put together year after year after year. My pencil just broke. Yeah, this just in. Yeah, that's what's on everyone's mind as that one goes out is. Yeah, well, you know, anything that gets viewers, anything that keeps attention, as this pencil is really it's kept my attention for too long. I'm throwing it out. I'm getting another one. I've got a whole backpack full. Okay, if you want to know, it is a red pencil. I was attempting to match. Eloquent can't get it off. Save by Zumble. Just in case you wanted to know, this was the pencil. I tried to coordinate. It's Mr. Goodson, our athletic director, currently on the camera here. Tried to coordinate with, you know, the whole red ram thing, but it's not working. Nothing's coming out.
I think they really want to see the game.
Yeah, well, it was a goalie kick. There was.
Oh, I see. Just a goalie kick.
Well, it was stopped. The play was stopped for a moment. You're afforded opportunities like this. There's 13 minutes left.
So you're capitalizing on that. They really want to see.
Yes, exactly. Just like Jamesville-DeWitt has all game long.
Oh, I see. Just a goalie kick.
Oh, sent off balance was Janice McPeak, the future international relations major. From her. Took a couple international relations classes. It's interesting stuff.
How about some other kids?
Other kids and their interests. Well, Megan Baker says she wants to go into broadcast journalism, which really, as soon as I saw that, I was like, she's just trying to get on my good side. Caitlin. Durkin actually didn't answer that question. But Kaylee McKenna, who's committed to Elon University, does say that she wants to go into business analytics. Yeah, McKenna also a basketball and lacrosse player.
Did she ever say anything about her academics?
Kaylee McKenna, did she? Well, she said she wants to go into business analytics, and she said she's committed to Elon University.
Did she ever say anything about her academics?
And you know who else is? Nora Prosak is a future chemical engineer. That is a tough major. And all the best to her, because once you're going into chemical engineering, once you're in college, you're not going to have time to play soccer. Then again, most of my experience with the subject matter comes from a friend of mine who went for chemical engineering at MIT, so that course load might be a little bit different. Well, if she knows where she's going, she didn't tell me. You know, there's actually more than one player on the Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams who are involved in Chinese Club. In fact, it's Kate Barclay who's co-president of Chinese Club, as well as Model UN, an organization I've always been fond of due to its similarity with speech and debate, which is my territory. And Zumble with a great stop. Avery Young is the other one. She's in Chinese National Honor Society. Avery Young is a senior. No, but she did say that she knows every Disney song. Zumble with another stop. That's 3. That's a new career high. Every Disney song. Avery Young knows every single one of them. Go up to her, ask her yourself. Give her a challenge. I don't know if she'll sing them. She says she knows the words to every one of them, though. Although I guess what good is knowing the words to them if you're not going to sing it? There's 9 minutes left in this contest. No, you want to talk about a strong music program. Lily Linder was a finalist in the Syracuse Young Playwrights Festival. So she is literally a playmaker. She told me that. She's also played piano since 3rd grade. Never learned piano. Learned like 8 other instruments, never piano though. Hey, you want a fun fact? I'm currently working on a theme song for these broadcasts. Just need a reliable way to play it before I keep working on it. Get it queued up and whatnot. No, because, you know, there's so many copyright laws and rules when it comes to YouTube and Twitch and whatnot that you got to make something original in order to not get flagged or have the video taken down. So I'm trying to write something in the vein of like NFL on Fox. Personally think NFL on CBS theme is pretty much the peak of music. Here's a shot on goal. And another stop from Zumble. Quietly, she's put up 4. Well, maybe not quiet. It's just that we've been talking about other things. But she's got 4 saves on the night already, and Lauren Parker had 6. So already Zumble is pushing herself towards a possible starting position. Zumble, of course, a senior. It's great to see her getting some time out in the net. There's 7.5 minutes remaining. Yeah, the players for JD do plenty of other things besides soccer. For instance, Sydney Ballatin says that, I asked her, you know, does she have any special talents or hobbies or things like that? She says that as long as she knows how to spell it, she can say any word backwards. That's pretty incredible. That's talent. Or that's... I'm trying to say talent backwards, but it's going to take me a lot longer than it would for her. Snellot. Snellot. That is talent backwards. And, you know, when I asked Alice O'Connor that same question, do you have any cool little hobbies or talents? And she She said that she can juggle with her hands. And it took me a moment to think about why she had to make the distinction. I remembered it's soccer. She can juggle with her feet or her hands. Well, it's an important distinction you have to make eventually. You know, but only here, I suppose. There's a big clearance from Alice O'Connor. We were just talking about her. You know, she also trains at an American Ninja Warrior gym.
I didn't know that, no. Who's that? O'Connor?
Alice O'Connor. And that was Kate Barclay who just had the ball taken away from her. She's the co-president of Chinese Club we were just talking about.
I didn't know that, no. Who's that? O'Connor?
And it's really annoying me because I'm taking a class on Chinese right now and I forget how to say good job. Or I would have been saying it right there. Trying to let it come back to me. I remember I'll say good night in Chinese later, I guess. My bad. 对不起. Good defense as Madeline Constantino attempted to drive back the other way. Down the sideline, courtesy of Brooke Holbert. You know, Brooke Holbert says she enjoys coding. She wants to major in some sort of technology field.
Yeah, we've been pushing the coding. Started 2 years ago in the middle school.
Yep. There's been so many attempts to get more women into STEM fields, especially into computer science, and it's great to see that paying off.
Yeah, we've been pushing the coding. Started 2 years ago in the middle school kids, probably this class.
There's been so many attempts to get more women into STEM fields, especially into computer science. It's great to see that paying off.
Meanwhile, Emilia Zumble, who's currently in the goal, when asked to list her talent, she says she makes really good mac and cheese. I want to try some of that.
One of my favorites.
My favorite food.
I'd say one of my favorites. Quite a few foods that
Well, we were just talking about nachos. So if you want to get on Mr. Goodson's good side, make nachos and then use mac and cheese as the cheese on the nachos. Yeah, but you'd be in heaven. Honestly, I think my favorite part of Zumble's response, though, is when I asked if she'd won any awards at one point. She said no, but she said it in all capitals. No! Very frustrated about that. Well, Parker did a great job in the first half, but Zumble's given her competition. And she's already set a career high of 4 saves. In fact, she has doubled her number of saves this year. Going into the game, she had 4 saves, and now she has another 4. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the match. It is a good night as Kayla McKenna with a clearance.
hope everybody stays socially distant. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. These numbers will go back down. Keep playing sports. Good night.
Of course, we are currently thinking about the possible upcoming winter season. We're all hoping there will be one. The tentative date has been pushed back to December 15th or so. Of course, this is all waiting on governor approval. But if the government says it's all right, then we may be back here with some basketball. And I'd love to do some hockey, but my understanding is we share a team with CBA, correct? We have a combined team on hockey.
CBA is the host, and our kids have the opportunity to play
So maybe we'll see some hockey. We'll hopefully see some basketball.
Wrestling's out there as well, and as well as boys swimming.
Boys swimming.
It's actually a low to moderate risk sport. So
Low to moderate is boys swimming. I wouldn't think that, as there's less than 1 minute left in the game now. Although I hope the pool's indoors.
we have our pool. It's actually a low to moderate risk sport.
Although honestly,
We have a league swimming.
you know what? If the pool is outdoors though in the winter, it makes it a much more interesting sport.
No, it does make it ice. We have our pool. It's up and running.
Well, you know, if you put in enough salt or chlorine to keep the water moving, you know, it becomes an endurance challenge, another type of endurance challenge. Who can beat the cold? 20 seconds left. And this one's all but in the books. The Red Rams just playing keep away, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the game. The Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams take this one over the Cortland Purple Tigers, 3-0. The Red Rams got all 3 goals in the second half of the first half. Of course, the long-term question becomes the health of Megan Baker. We hope that she's all right. But there's only one way to find out. We'll be back here with girls soccer on next Friday, 1 week from today. We'll be back here before then for boys soccer, though, so we hope that you'll join us for that. But in the meantime, my name is Sam Gelfand. Thank you so very much for joining us for this broadcast of Jamesville-DeWitt Athletics. On behalf of everyone here at Jamesville-DeWitt Athletics and the entirety of the NYSPHSAA, have a very good night, wherever you may be.